So don't let them get it twisted. This is not complicated. When you go to a Black Lives Matter rally, you see Palestinian flags. When you go to a white supremacy rally, you see Israeli flags. This is not complicated. When Zionists march down the street, they say death to Arabs. When we march down the street, we say free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. This is not difficult, everybody.
The other thing I'll say is Palestine is our generation South Africa. And if we don't step up boldly and courageously to end the imperialist project that's called Israel, we're doomed. And I think that I had learned about Palestine for a long time. I had known about it, been wanting to travel, and I was really, really grateful when the Dream Defenders asked me to come on the delegation. But nothing would have prepared me for the level of militarization and the level of violence that we would witness those 10 days inside of Palestine. Nothing would have prepared me for the ways in which we witness people's terror. People live in terror on a daily basis. And nothing would have prepared me for how much clarity I would have on why we have to be a part of Palestinian solidarity.
I woke up, man, this morning with some disturbing news out of Israel that Hamas kidnapping children, putting them in cages, killing women, killing the elderly. That's some coward shit. That's cowardly. And for all y'all Black Lives Matter who ain't saying nothing, well, let me figure out exactly what happened before I say anything. Fuck you. Figure out what? It ain't never been cool to kidnap kids and put them in cages. It ain't never been cool to kill women and elderly. Never been. No matter where you from, what you represent, what tribe you for, it don't matter. There ain't never been no cool, there ain't never been none that nobody supported. And then you go and hide and put the kids in front of you as a barricade. That's some coward shit. All you politicians who always had something to say on the contrary, I see you. Fuck you. All you Black Lives Matter people who always had something to say and always supported everything else and you quiet now, fuck you too. Only place in the world where I can go and study Torah and eat kosher food. Only place in the world. Some coward shit, dog, and all y'all support it, fuck you. On my mama, we don't respect none of y'all for that. Peace.
There's been so much misinformation surrounding a recent post made by our Black Lives Matter account on X, and I'm here to address that. Now, let's put up the post. Is that the post? And is that one of the parachutes that Hamas used to massacre innocent Israelis? Okay. And the post is still up? Huh. How about ADL? Is the ADL okay with that? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you to take down the post. Just take it down and let's just cut the feed. Cut the.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. We have to talk about something that honestly has enraged both of us, and I know just from looking online, thousands and thousands of other people. It is a reaction to the terrorist attack by Hamas that started on Saturday and which has now put Israel at war. This is what the Black Lives Matter Chicago chapter, and I want to emphasize that it is the Chicago chapter, that posted this yesterday. And you saw it yesterday evening, called me because you couldn't believe what you were seeing, but it is an image of a paraglider with the Palestinian flag flying off of his chute. And it says underneath it, "I stand with Palestine." Now, the caption, I think, also bears, because the caption to me is defiantly saying, I know what your reaction is going to be to this. And the caption says, That is all.
Yeah, this is BS.
That is it.
This is BS. So that paraglider, by the way, the paragliders are the ones who flew into Israel and they decapitated babies, shot and killed babies, raped women, killed women, took hostages, slaughtered families in their homes. These are disgusting, vile terrorists. That's all they are. And that picture, the reason we know about the paragliders is Hamas. They're the ones that released the video of the paragliders because they were so proud of the carnage. And Black Lives Matter in Chicago embraced the killing of Jews. They are They are Hitler-esque. They are a Hitler-esque organization to do something like that. Period. These are Nazis, essentially, trying to exterminate Jews, and they are embraced by Black Lives Matter in Chicago. It is disgusting.
Yeah, the statement, I stand with Palestine, has nothing to do with those paragliders. Nothing. The paragliders were terrorists, and they wanted the world to know the terror that they were unleashing. And so why?
This is anti-Semitic. They want to exterminate Jews, and the Black Lives Matter movement in Chicago.
What is stunning to me is that the Black Lives Matter organization on the national level has not denounced this.
They have said nothing.
Because it is damaging. It is incredibly damaging.
How do you not?
Whatever credibility, and Black Lives Matter has had its issues over the last few years as far as credibility and people feeling like there were the allegations of embezzlement and all of that. So they've had their issues. This is a death knell to the Black Lives Matter movement if this is what they're going to espouse.
The organization.
The organization, the national organization, isn't saying I do not understand why there's not.
When we were talking on the phone last night, that was the first thing we said is, what are they doing?
And I started searching online,
and they weren't, and they didn't do anything.
And up to this point that we're recording this, there has been nothing.
Can you imagine? I just want to give you a hypothetical. Can you imagine if the ADL, and they would never do this, but let's say the ADL came out with a poster of a political candidate and showed Tops Market in Buffalo, where a racist shot and killed black people.
Right.
And they basically made it look like this is what they're supporting. Can you imagine, number one, what the reaction would be? And number two, the notion that the ADL would not come out and denounce it if a chapter of ADL did that?
Right.
It would be outrageous.
And this is what we talked about last night. How have we gotten to this point?
We're at that point.
How have we gotten to this point that, and we talked about this last night, that in the 60s, that
two civil rights workers were Jewish in 1964 who were killed in Mississippi.
Shoulder to shoulder with black people for the civil rights movement. And now we're at this point where such brazen and disgusting anti-Semitism can be expressed.
You know, it's really interesting that you say anti-Semitism. I know about anti-Semitism, that it exists and it's growing. This feels like it goes beyond anti-Semitism. It's extermination.
It is genocide.
It is what Hitler did. It is what Nazis did. And it's being embraced by Black Lives Matter in Chicago. And the national organization to this moment has said nothing. It is appalling.
The Chicago chapter did have some response, and I looked, there were thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of reactions to that post. This is what they said this morning. Yesterday, we sent out messages that we aren't proud of. I don't think that's a reference to the graphic, to the I Stand with Palestine. It's more about their engagement with people online. We stand with Palestine and the people who will do what they must to live free.
They're justifying Hamas.
Those rescuing babies from rubble who are in danger of being wiped out completely.
We stand with Palestine and the people who will do what they must do to live free. That is justifying what Hamas did with this carnage. It is outrageous.
And Harvey, the rest of the statement where they're talking about babies being rescued from the rubble, that is about Israel's response with bombing after the terrorist attack. So even the babies they're talking about there are not the babies you were referring to.
And yet they weren't, exactly, yet they can't understand what the terrorists did to babies and mothers when they attacked on Saturday and continued for days to come.
That organization is Hitler-esque.
It is just sad. And if Black Lives Matter doesn't, as a national organization, say something about it, they are allowing, people will take it as that they believe the same thing. And that's, I would certainly hope is not the case, but that's what it looks like when you say nothing.
Hi, I'm Tokyo, Japan. I'm calling from South Houston, Texas. Honestly, I think it's disgusting. If we celebrated the killing of Palestinian women and children, it would be immediately shut down as repulsive. But we do it to Jews in Israel because the far radical left loves extremism, and all of a sudden it's justified because of the inner conflicts going on over there. Half of the damage wouldn't be going on if we didn't arm and fund Iran, which openly supports Hamas. We gave Iran hundreds of millions of dollars.
Billions.
Yep.
And we allow BlackRock to own both sides of the war, which people should look into, which is why it's a perpetual, never-ending war. And for them to come out with this half-assed apology...
It's not an apology. It's not an apology.
It's not even an apology. The people who will do what they must to live free. It's like, are we watching the same footage? Are we talking about the same subject?
Sadly, we are. No. Sadly, we are. That organization likes what they saw. Don't make any mistake about it. They like the carnage, the beheading, the rape. They like it. And don't be mistaken otherwise. We got to take a break.
When we come back, we are going to be joined by someone who saw what happened in Israel and acted very swiftly, left New York, where he worked in tech, was a founder of a tech company, and went to fight in Israel. He's going to join us from Israel, where he has joined the IDF forces in an attempt to fight back against the terrorism. Noy Leib will be with us when we come back.
You sold our meat, El. You've been getting by with that shit too long.
We ran out of that. Now move on, flycatcher. Got hungry men behind you.
I'm gonna fold your bluffing hand someday, you chicken shit motherfucker.
In your dreams, Pedro. In your dreams.
Well, really, I'm sure if he relied...
Ma'am, I was actually in the audience one day when he looked out and he said, if you people just get off your dead asses and go out and look for work, maybe America can be a decent place to live in again.
Look, fuck you, fuck the plane you flew in on, fuck them shoes, fuck those socks with the bell on it, fuck your gay-ass fairy faggot accent, fuck them cheap-ass cigars, fuck your yuck-mouth teeth, fuck your hairpiece, fuck your chocolate, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck Prince William, fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Way down in the jungle deep, the badass lion stepped on the signifying monkey. The monkey said, motherfucker, can't you see why you standing on my goddamn feet? Right on. The lion said, I ain't heard a word you said. Said, if you say 3 more, I'll be stepping on your motherfucking head.